Hi, my name is Nick Osborne, aka the Coffee Detective, and today we're going to have a look at the Philips Saeco Syntia fully automatic cappuccino machine, espresso and cappuccino machine. This is a very handsome unit, brushed steel, and it really is, as we'll see, fully automatic. They call it a kind of bean to cup process, and basically everything takes place within the body of the machine itself. Now, if you've looked at previous Syntia models, you might be looking at this and saying, well, hang on, where's the steaming wand? You know, how am I going to froth my milk for my cappuccino? Well, good question. And like I say, everything in fact is inside, and we'll get to that in a moment, how it works with the milk and steaming the milk. One of the first things that I like about this is up here I put in my whole coffee beans, so I can choose whatever type of coffee I want for my espresso and cappuccino. I can put them in the top there, and I'm going to grind them. It has a ceramic burr grinder inside, and I can grind them just moments, you know, seconds before my espresso or cappuccino is made, so totally fresh. If you want to use pre-ground coffee, you can. There's a little chute here that bypasses the grinder. But for me, that's a great feature. Now, let me see, we'll go through a couple of other things. First of all, we've got the water in here, and you can see the red warning light telling me that the water door is open and is now closed. There's an option there, you can add a water filter in there if you wish, if you need to. On this side, we actually have this is where the little pots of used beans, ground beans, are going to drop down. It's kind of part of the self-cleaning process afterwards, because, you know, like with an automatic machine, it's not like we have to fill a portafilter and apply pressure manually and kind of attach it. Like, everything is automatic there. The grinding, the pressure applied to the coffee grinds, the temperature of the water, the pressure that the water creates. It's all automatic. So now, if I want to make myself a cappuccino, how am I going to do this? Because I don't appear to have anything to do the frothing of the milk frothing or the steaming. So here it is, what they call their milk cafe, and I'm just going to plug that in to the side here. Make sure it's fully attached at the bottom. I started this before I started the video. It takes maybe 2 minutes to warm up, to get ready, but I'm going to put my cup in there, and I've got my water in here, I've got my coffee beans waiting to be ground, I've got my milk here waiting to be steamed, and if I want a cappuccino, all I have to do is that. So what we're listening to now is the beans being ground, and also the temperature here is showing me the temperature rising for the steaming. So we have to wait a minute here while that happens. Okay, now we're going to get yeah, you can hear the pump in there working away, building the pressure. So the milk is being drawn out of the cafe here into here, and it is being steamed and then directed straight down into the cup. Now, you can there are adjustments here. You can go into the settings. You can adjust things like you know, how strong you want your coffee. Your espresso. You can adjust the temperature of the water. So it's fully adjustable, so that over time you can figure it out. And oh yeah, here comes the espresso, and we're done. So there we go, one cappuccino ready to go. Now, the nice thing about this is that if I'm here with a friend or family, I can just grab another mug, put it in, and I just press that button again, and it goes on and on and on, making me cappuccinos until either the water runs out, the beans run out, or the milk runs out. So it is fully automated in that regard. You know, it's if you drink a lot of cappuccino, it's wonderful because it is totally automated. You don't have to worry about that steaming one. That's the, I guess when I'm making, if I'm not using an automatic machine and I have the steam one there, sometimes I make a mess, but the part I don't look forward to is when I actually have to clean everything afterwards. So I'm going to have to clean the portafilter, but particularly with a regular manual espresso machine, I'm going to have to really work hard to kind of clean up the wand, because as you know, the milk kind of gets all gummy and sticky and attaches to it. So I'm done making my cappuccino. This now I take off and I put that in the fridge for next time. And you may be thinking to yourself, well, hang on, if I'm not having to clean the steaming wand, but yeah, milk's been going through there, so what have I got to do to clean stuff now? Well, really not much, because what you do, if when I decide to turn this off, if I'm going to make 2 or 3 cappuccinos in a go, it just keeps on going. But when I press the off button, it's actually going to go through a clean cycle. It's going to clean everything by way, where the coffee's coming through, those two back spats. So it's just going to flush those out, and now it's going to flush out the front as well, where the milk comes through. So I mean, it really is pretty much self-cleaning, and it goes through a shorter but similar cycle when I first turned it on. So I just throw that away, and in here, if I can do this without making a terrible mess, I have the little, no, I can't do it, it's falling apart and I'm making a mess. But basically the pucks of coffee after the cycle is finished get deposited in here, and then after a while, once that's filled up a little bit, I can just put that into the compost or throw it away. So it's an amazing machine. What I actually do quite often is, when I've made my cappuccino, I'm a bit greedy for caffeine and the coffee taste, so I sometimes just put it there, and I'll just press the short coffee button here, and I'll get another shot of espresso in there. So it doesn't do any more milk, it just grinds some more beans and gives me a second shot of espresso in my cappuccino. So, do you want this machine? Well, it's not inexpensive. It's certainly you can buy machines that make cappuccino for a lot less. It's not really small. The front profile is quite good. It's like about 10 inches, but it's a little bit deeper. So you do need a bit of counter space. So really the decision, if you've got the counter space and you've got the money, this is a perfect machine. If you like, if you entertain, or if you have lots of members in the family who like a cappuccino, and you just really appreciate being able to just keep pressing that button and not go through all the kind of cleaning and adjusting process that's necessary with a manual espresso machine. So, like I say, if you've got the counter space, if you've got the money, it's a wonderful, easy way to make espresso and cappuccino.